So, Rogue One, the first of the spin-off Star Wars films, available now on Blu-ray and DVD. And what a great film! As a Star Wars fan, this is a story we've waited for, but I have for a long time, and I haven't been let down. I hope you haven't either. The characters, the story. I mean, when they were making this, there was all sorts of rumours of problems, and apparently they had a huge reshoot, and everybody was like, "Oh, it's going to be terrible. It's going to suck. It's going to be," and it. I would say this is the best Star Wars film we've had in a long time. I would put this above Force Awakens. Yeah. The characters in it are so likeable. The story flows so well. I mean, there's even. I'm hoping we've all seen this. I am going to talk about it. I'm going to do some spoilers. So please, if you haven't seen it and you don't want it spoiled. Right, have you all gone? Those that have seen it? Right, okay. So, those of us that have seen it. I don't know about you, but the bit at the end with Darth, breathtaking. I mean, I think any Star Wars fan has waited this long to see Darth Vader at his best. This is a character that, you know, we've always known was of greatness, but finally we've seen him proper lightsaber, proper Jedi, using the Force. Sith using the Force. Yeah, this is a character that finally we can say that's the Darth Vader that we've waited for. We've got Felicity Jones in the lead as Jen Erso. I mean, a great character. It's kind of strange because I was worried that Force Awakens has a lead female. This also has a lead female, and yet it is again a strong woman character. I suppose this is a reflection that the original series only had one woman in it. You've got Cassian. Now he's like the Han Solo of this, and that's one of the things that the bit near the beginning when Cassian's getting the information from the guy and I can't climb out of here, so he shoots him in the back. That to me is an equivalent of Han Solo shooting Greedo under the table, which George changed because he said you can't have a hero that's bad. But I think you can. This proves it. I think this is a nod and a wink to the fact that, sorry George, you were wrong. Then you've got like the two other characters of Baze and... See, I'm having to read these. This is kind of one of the things I've realised with this. Star Wars, the original series, Han, Luke, Leia, simple names. I learned them as a kid, simple names. I am dyslexic, so I do have trouble with things like that. The new films, Qui-Gon, you know, like the prequels, should I say? Qui-Gon, we got Ben, we got Anakin. They're in there as well. They were pretty easy to read. The new one, Force Awakens, you've got Finn, Rey, Poe, which sound like three of the Teletubbies, but BB-8, you know, these names stick. This film, okay, I have a criticism for it. Ooh, the names, I'm having trouble with them. I don't know. I just they're not sticking. I don't know. I'm just getting old, but it's embarrassing. You know, people talking about it and they say, "What do you think of?" And I'm thinking, which one's that? But excuse me while I read the names off here. So you've got Imwe and Mulbus. Is that how you say it? Mulbus. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. And these two great characters. One is like a Force, sort of, not a Jedi, but he's... because the Force is strong and the Force is with him. And then you've got the big guy with a gun. And they're just two great characters. This is probably, I'm going to say it, my favourite Star Wars film. It's definitely up there with Empire Strikes Back. It's definitely, I think, that good. It's got heroes It's got real villains in it. I mean, we've even got like Peter Cushing back from the dead. And a lot of people have been a bit mean about this and said, "Oh, it wasn't very good because it really took it out of the film because it looked like a CGI." But my girlfriend watched it. She doesn't know who Peter Cushing is, or didn't know who Peter Cushing was. She certainly didn't know he was dead. He'd been dead for like 20 years. We were driving home in the car and just, I mentioned it and she was like, "Really? He's not a real person?" Yeah, it's CGI'd. She obviously knew Princess Leia at the end, who everybody also criticises as being, but I think the Princess Leia at the end is breathtakingly good. When you think of what we've done in the past with these things, I suppose the difference here is that some of the other films where they've done this youthful thing, they did it in one of the Avengers films. It wasn't the Avengers, was it? It was one that was an Avengers but wasn't. Captain America, the third one. They make Robert Downey Jr. look young, but they use Robert Downey Jr. to make himself look young. So that's easy. But this, they've used different, obviously, particularly with Peter Cushing, they've used different actors and digitally made them look like the characters. So yeah, maybe there is a little bit of a difference, but to me, I thought it worked. And you needed him in there. You know what I mean? You needed Tarkin in there because he is. You say Death Star, boom, there's Tarkin. Even George put him in at the end of the prequels. You know what I mean? He showed us Tarkin stood on the bridge of the Star Destroyer next to Vader and Palpatine. So, yeah, and there's just some great acting in it. There's some great plot. I mean, the fight scene at the end, we get to see the Rogue Squadron again. I mean, who'd ever thought we'd get to see the Rogue Squadron again? And it's so... And those... The other thing, little moments, like with the Rogue Squadron, Rogue 5 gets taken out, and instantly, as a fan, I knew that's Luke. That's Luke's number. So that's in New Hope. That's why Luke has Rogue 5. But it didn't spoil it, because my girlfriend, who doesn't... She's not learned on Star Wars yet. She didn't realise that was Luke's call sign. So, it didn't spoil it for her. But it meant something to me. And I like that. I like the fact that those of us that have spent our lives with this film can sit and watch it and enjoy it and get a bigger picture. Those that haven't seen Star Wars before, I would say to anybody that hasn't ever seen Star Wars before, try this. I would actually say it would be a good place to start, because you don't have all that, you don't have all that history of Anakin and Ben Kenobi and Luke and Leia, and it's a lot less. We all know there's problems in the continuity of the original two trilogies, and this doesn't have any of that. This is just a nice straight story with a beginning, a middle and an end, and to me that helps a lot. Like I say, the fight scene at the end with Vader going down the corridor is just breathtaking. I mean, he takes out troops. It's just brilliant to see. The X-Wing attack is brilliant. The destruction on the Jedi planet when the Death Star destroys is just really, I can't say enough about this being a good film. I rarely give films a 10 out of 10, but this is a 10 out of 10 for me. I just think this is a brilliant film. Everybody that's a Star Wars fan should love it and embrace it, and I'm hoping that this is going to be the start of the spin-offs. This is a spin-off that like the Han Solo film will work, and that if they make a Boba Fett film, if they make it, I mean, I think this could be a test for Vader as well. I think this could be a test to see if Vader is a viable concern. 10 out of 10 for this. Definitely a 10 out of 10. love it. Even the villains in this I mean, Krennic is just your typical like perfect bad guy. He is like like Robin Hood, Sheriff of Nottingham kind of character. He's just that, I know it sounds silly, but that kind of and he has his own problems. He's not completely badass, but he's close. He gets trouble from Tarkin, he gets trouble from Vader, and he's the poor little Joe in the middle. And this is part of the thing. This is a film that did reshoots, and this is my only complaint, I would say, about the Blu-ray, is that the extras do not touch on the fact that this is a film that went through a big reshoot phase. They really heavily reshot this film, and there are no deleted scenes. There is no mention of this other version that must exist out there somewhere, and I think that is a shame. I guess it will be like the Force Awakens DVD Blu-ray, where they will put out another edition of it closer to Christmas, so we'll all be buying this again. So maybe there's another but that's not about the film, that's about Disney and them making money. Sorry Disney, but yeah, it's just them making a bit more money, really, and I think it's a shame. I would like to have got one Blu-ray of this and that be it, but we know we'll all buy it again, so and I'll just give it to my dad. Yeah, I would like to see the other version. I would like to see what the idea was. We've seen the bits in the trailer that aren't in this film, and so I would just like to little touch on that, just for them to say, you know, we changed this and we changed that. A commentary would have been good, but we can't have everything, can we? We've got a good film and we'll enjoy that. So if you like this video, if you feel like it, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, give me some feedback. I'll be here waiting. I hope you have a nice night. Look after each other, look after yourselves, be happy, have fun, and I will see you all very soon.